Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, March 27th. Still quite a chilly air mass here in the eastern states, well below normal. All the way down to the Gulf coastal region, it's below normal. Should stay on the chilly side right to the weekend. However, finally this weekend we could get some seasonal, maybe even some above normal temperatures by the latter part of the weekend here in the eastern states. Unfortunately, it looks like clouds will increase on Sunday, and rain is a possibility by the latter part of Sunday, or definitely by Sunday night and Monday, as a strong cold front pushes towards the east coast from the Midwest, and that cold front will usher in some colder air once again by about Tuesday of next week into the mid-Atlantic region. Let's take a look at the latest surface map. First of all, on the backside of that storm that departed over the last couple of days well up off the coastal region here, there's still a large flow of air out of the north and northwest all the way down again to the Florida region, the Gulf coastal region. This cold high pressure has dropped all the way down to the south. I was watching the Phillies play yesterday in Clearwater, Florida, right around here. It was about 53 degrees in the middle of the afternoon with a screaming north wind out of the north, about 20 miles per hour or so. Similar temperatures of what we experienced here for highs up in southeastern PA in the low 50s, which is a few degrees below normal here and way, way below normal down there. The chilly weather will continue again for the next couple of days. There's somewhat milder air now pressing into the central part of the country, and we'll get milder this weekend here in the eastern states. Well, how cold is that air mass? This is from coolweather.com, and it shows all the areas where there have been record low temperatures set within the last 24 hours or near record low temperatures, and it's all in the southeastern part of the country, way down into the Key West part of Florida, at or near record lows for this morning. And again, the last 24 hours have been quite chilly down in spring training sites, for example, as they're wrapping up this week. Next week the season officially begins, but a very chilly air mass, near record or actual record low temperatures. All these black dots here represent actual low temperatures in the last 24 hours. So quite an impressively cold air mass for this time of the year. Again, this map from coolweather.com. Well, similar to yesterday, we have some instability in the upper part of the atmosphere here in the northeastern part of the country. Again, even though that storm departed a couple of days ago, the upper low kind of remains here, and morning sunshine will give way to afternoon clouds, and again there can be scattered rain showers and snow showers in the higher elevations, upstate Pennsylvania, for example. That happened yesterday, late in the day, and early last night there were scattered rain and snow showers, and I expect the same thing to happen later on today, and maybe even tomorrow afternoon as well, as the upper level low kind of hangs around, and you see some low clouds right now up in the mountains, and that'll again extend south and east of the mountains this afternoon. There's plenty of sunshine this morning in D.C., Philly, and New York, but clouds should roll back in this afternoon as the unstable atmosphere kicks into gear, and again some scattered showers will form once again. Pretty nice weather out in the middle part of the country and really all the way to the west coast. There are some fog banks along the west coast this morning, and that'll be the case for the next couple of mornings. Kind of a typical late night and early morning low clouds and fog up along the western coast of the U.S. Well, here's a radar loop from the Penn State EWAL site showing some scattered snow showers already this morning here in the higher elevations of western and northern Pennsylvania, and all the way up into Maine. There's some snow this morning, kind of backing in off of that North Atlantic low right now, backing to the south and west into the state of Maine. This will expand over the next several hours so that by this afternoon there'll be more numerous showers, mostly snow in the higher elevations, upstate Pennsylvania, New York, for example, mostly in the form of rain south and east of the mountains along the I-95 corridor. Again, not a big deal precipitation-wise, but there can be a rain shower just about any time this afternoon into the early evening up and down the I-95 corridor from D.C. to Philly to New York City, but all in all, certainly not a significant precipitation event. Well, let's take a look at the sequence of events that will occur late in the week and early part of next week. Sunday's Easter Sunday, and it looks like a strong cold front will be slowly pressing towards the East Coast, and in fact, clouds should increase on Sunday. It'll be mild ahead of that front, perhaps touching 60 degrees in some mid-Atlantic locations on Sunday, but the threat for rain will increase as the day goes on, and certainly by Sunday night and Monday there should be numerous showers in the Mid-Atlantic region. This is the Zero-Z GFS model run forecast map for Sunday morning, Easter morning. A milder air moving in. Notice the flow of air here out of the south ahead of this strong cold front here in the Midwest, and on the backside of this kind of Bermuda looking high here. Again, there'll be milder air moving into the weekend, but notice also precipitation starting to break out across the Carolinas, as well as associated with this frontal system. Let's jump ahead now to Sunday afternoon. By Sunday afternoon, the breeze kind of stiffens up out of the south. Again, a mild day ahead of the front. The front is still way out here over the Ohio Valley, but notice some light precipitation already breaking out across D.C. and headed into the southern part of Pennsylvania, according to last night's GFS model run. Now by Sunday evening, pretty much the entire Mid-Atlantic locations are now in the rainfall predicted by the GFS model run. Here shown by the light greens. Not a heavy precipitation event, but nonetheless could be showers by mid or late afternoon in many of the I-95 corridor locations on Sunday. Here's that frontal system out here pressing towards the east. Some pretty decent rainfall associated with that frontal system. That'll move in Sunday night. Let's now jump ahead. This is the forecast map for Monday morning. That front has just plowed through. Some decent rainfall associated with that front here in the Mid-Atlantic region is likely Sunday night. The front comes through by early Monday, midday Monday, with some showers threat continuing early in the day on Monday. And then colder air will return to the Mid-Atlantic region. This mild break over the weekend will not last too long. Perhaps into Monday, that's a question because that's the transition day, but certainly by Tuesday and Wednesday we'll be back well below normal again as colder air pours in behind that next frontal system. That's it for now. For the SIweather.com, I'm the SI meteorologist, Paul Dorian.